Morning. Good morning. I am so excited to be here again for another Monday moment. I know this is the second time I've done a Monday moment. I'm really excited about them because I'm excited about being able to come and share topics, education, tips, inspiration, things that are really making a big difference for me and being able to share them for you. So today I'm going to talk about how we actually break the cycle of busyness because, as you know, as women, it's very easy to feel busy, right? We hear it all the time. We hear about women feeling busy and we're constantly going. There's so much on our plate. We have so much to do, all of these things. And we just get caught in this cycle of busyness. Okay, so today I'm going to give you, sorry, dogs and cat are chasing each other. I'm going to give you the 3 reasons why I feel like women are so busy, and then I'm going to share with you what you can do about it instead so that you can break out of that cycle of busyness, okay? So if you are new and you don't know me, my name is Renee. I am a coach for women who want to up level in their life, whether it be their life, their business, their family, all of that, but really using and leveraging the power of your cycle, right? And getting into this feminine flow instead of the feeling of hustle. And hustle and busy go hand in hand, right? We feel busy, we feel hustle, we feel overwhelmed, we feel chaotic. Like there's a lot of things that are going on together that perpetuate this state of busyness. Okay, and if you are hopping on with me live, just throw a chat, a hello in the comments. I would love to see you. I see a couple of you guys on Instagram and on Facebook. If you're watching the replay, just let me know you're here. I would love to say hello to you. But there's a couple of reasons why I feel like busyness is so pervasive and so perpetual, and why it's causing such a problem for so many women, right? Because busyness is this state, right? It's not actually a physical thing. Your calendar can look crazy chaotic and lots of stuff going on, and you not feel busy. Possible, right? I have a lot of stuff on my plate. I have a lot of full calendar going from one thing to the next, and yet a majority of the time I don't ever feel that state of busyness. So busyness is a state. Busyness is a mindset. Busyness is a way you feel, not the actual current reality. You might be sitting there feeling like, oh my gosh, I feel so busy. I feel so overwhelmed because my calendar is full, because I'm running to all these things. But what if you were able to experience that same calendar, that same state, or that same reality, but not feel that internal state of overwhelm and busyness? It is possible. And one of the biggest ways that I have found that to happen is, one, just flipping your mindset. No longer calling it busy, committing to no longer using that word busy in your everyday life. I no longer respond when somebody asks me how I'm doing. I no longer respond with I'm busy. Because when I say it out loud, when I say I'm busy, it perpetuates this feeling and this state of busyness. And I can tell you, for a majority of women, busy does not feel good. Busy feels behind. Busy feels like I don't have enough. Busy puts you in this state of feeling frazzled and frantic and not enough. So what would it look like if you were able to shift from, instead of saying I'm busy, you said I have a lot going. My life is very full. I have so many things. Or even looking at that reality of busyness, there's a lot of things on your calendar, as a good thing. Gosh, look at all the amazing things I get to do. Then the second thing is that most of the time women are in reaction. They're in reaction mode. When you're in reaction mode, you're always going to feel 10 steps behind. So when you can shift into this proactive space, right? Looking at your calendar and saying, gosh, I have so much. How can I actually accomplish this in a way that feels good? How can I actually get this done? What do I need to do to make this feel full and wonderful instead of heavy and busy? So when you shift into this place of being proactive instead of just reacting, it makes it so that you can tackle and handle so much more and feel less overwhelmed, feel less stressed, feel less busy, right? So number one is like literally shifting yourself out of that state of busyness. Step number two is getting yourself into a place of reaction or proaction instead of reaction, right? And then step number three is actually creating this cycle of maybe having a lot and having space. Maybe having a lot and having space. The problem with so many women is in the state of busy is that it's in a state of busy all the time, right? And if you have been around me for a while, you know I'm a huge advocate in that women are not like on-off switches that can just go at one speed all of the time. We live in this rhythm and we live in this cycle of high productivity, high energy, and then a state of low and energy and low productivity. I'll call it low productivity, is like producing in a different way. So when we start to live into that rhythm of having high productivity and creating space, right? Having a very full calendar and then having some rest. Having the go, 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 and then having these pockets of space that allow you to recharge, allow you to refresh, allow you to regain some of that energy that's lost. The problem is, the reality is for so many women, is it's just busy 100% of the time, 24/7. There is no rest. There is no restoration. And so what happens is it's this like scale, right? When we talk about the balance, mom life balance, work life balance, people are like, oh, it doesn't exist because balance doesn't ever get like this. And I agree. Your life is never going to feel like this 100% of the time. But if you want to feel in balance, it might look like this as you're adjusting back and forth, up and down, right? So if you want to feel in balance and feel like all parts of you are getting the attention, that you're not feeling burnt out and just hustle and go all of the time in this perpetual state of busyness, there has to be some white space or some space, right? There has to be this recharge, this restoration. And when you live into that cycle, right? And you have it's not just like, oh, when is it going to happen? Oh, there's no room in my calendar. But you know that there's this rhythm of when it comes and when it's not. It allows you to have both. It allows you to have that balance. And it flows so much more fluidly, right? Busyness does not have to exist for you. You might be a busy person in the sense of like a lot on your calendar. In fact, somebody even recently, we were talking about handling stuff for the kids in school, and she was like, oh, just give it to you. You give it to a busy person. A busy person knows how to get it done. And I think it's true to a certain extent that when you live a full, busy life, you become much more effective at getting things done and in a way that you aren't described as busy. Like, I don't describe myself as busy, but I have a very full calendar. And I get a lot of stuff done. But I also have this balance and this rhythm, this cycle of having space and restoration. Okay? So if you right now are still feeling caught in that cycle of busyness, I want you to kind of evaluate those 3 steps. Okay? What is that mindset, that shift, the way you're thinking about busyness and about your life right now? Are you describing it in ways that are like, oh yes, I'm busy. I have a lot on my plate. I'm overwhelmed. I've got a lot going on. Is that how your mindset is shifted? Like your mindset is around your life right now? Are you in that state of feeling busy? And if you are, what can you do to just shift the way you're talking and the way you're speaking about it? Step number 2 is how can you shift out of reaction into proactive? How can you start planning ahead? How can you look at what you have to get done and think, how can I get this done? What can I do to make this possible? And then number 3 is creating those rhythms, creating that cycle so that you have both the busy, the lots to do, and you have the space for restoration. Okay? Sound good? So I would love to know in the comments, just throw in there, where do you feel like you are in all three of those areas? Do you feel like one of them you're doing pretty well, another one is not so much? Do you feel like one of them you really want to hone in on? I want you to pick one area to kind of identify that is going to be an area that you target in and work on this week. Okay? Have a great rest of your day.